People were scattered. He was surrounded by the enemies. He does not know what to do. And he was frightened. He was really frightened. Samuel, where are you? I cannot talk to God without you. So Samuel delayed his coming. It is in the doings of the Lord that Samuel delayed his coming to test Saul. Unfortunately, Saul did the thing that he is not supposed to do. He offered up the burnt offerings. And Samuel said to him, you have done foolishly. What are the arguments? I am surrounded by the Philistines. The people are scattered and frightened. You said that you will come in 7 days, but you did not show up. So I was worried and offered. The second test that came to Saul was when he asked Saul to go about and destroy the Amalekites completely. Go now and attack Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have, and do not spare them, but kill both man, woman, infant, nursing child, ox, sheep, camel, and donkey. Nothing to be left. Everything to be destroyed. My friends, when God says something, he means it. Even if he says, offer up your son, he means it. So Samuel went to Saul, and Saul said to him, blessed are you of the Lord. That is Samuel 15:13. I have performed the commandment of the Lord. That's the claim of Saul. Chapter 15 of 1 Samuel records some marvelous statements that we have never heard in the Bible. Verse 14 of 15th chapter. What then is this bleating of the sheep in my ears and the lowing of the oxen which I hear? Saul claims that he has done everything that God told him to do. And then Samuel 15th chapter, 1 Samuel 15th chapter, 22 to 23. Has the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed than the fat of the rams. For rebellion, we often stop at that. But rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. How many of us are guilty of rebellion? What is rebellion? Knowing something, knowing the call of God and not obeying is rebellion. Rebellion is as sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. How many of us are stubborn? Compare ourselves with the light that is given to us. Today's Sabbath school lesson. How many of us are stubborn? God says it is witchcraft. We do not change. We don't want to change. Saul failed the third time when he consulted the witch. Here is the epitaph God wrote about Saul. We find it in 1 Chronicles 10th chapter, 13 to 14 verses. So Saul died for his unfaithfulness. What did he die for? Unfaithfulness, which he had committed against the Lord. Against whom do we sin? You remember the pleading of David? Against thee and thee alone I have sinned. We sin against God when we go against him in rebellion. We know what is the commandment of God, but we do the desire of our heart. What an end to a man called and selected by God himself. Saul is not alone when we fall in that category very easily. Is the Lord happy when we produce so many excuses? Doing our will, at claiming that we are keeping the commandments of God. Are we making happy God? But the more important question to be asked is, am I faithful to the light that is given to me as a Seventh-day Adventist. I'm skipping because I have a 20-page study. So I'm going faster. Don't worry, I'm already there on the 7th page. Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed. Paul's encouragement to the Philippians. It's a beautiful, beautiful little book. It says, wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with, you know it, consulting the mediums. Look at the movies that are coming out these days. From Harry Potter to Avatar. They gave a big name for that, Avatar. What do they call? Avatar or whatever it is, whatever they call. But it is simply Avatar for us. Incarnation. 2 Thessalonians 2:9, the coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Satan with all power, signs and lying wonders. We do not know what we are about to experience as Christians. Are you attracted by those movies? I found them in some of our homes. I'm sorry to say my own grandchildren are attracted by Star Wars. Who introduces them to them? Sorry. Who introduces our children to them? Who introduces? It is a tragedy. It is a tragedy. When they go astray, and we cry. But when they are small, we encourage them in those things that are not to be found in the Seventh-day Adventist homes. Fast forward to Solomon, the greatest king ever lived. Here is instruction given by his father David. I go the way of all the earth. 1 Kings 2. Be strong therefore and prove yourself a man. And keep the charge of the Lord your God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes, his commandments, his judgments, his testimonies, as it is written. This is the instruction of his father David. He amassed all the wealth that he needs to build the temple for God, because David himself wanted to build it. I think instead of me telling the story, I will read some quotations from the book, Prophets and Kings. For many years, Solomon's life was marked with devotion to God. We often think that he married heathen ladies and all that. Yes, it is the truth. But listen to these things. For many years, Solomon's life was marked with devotion to God, with uprightness and firm principle and with strict obedience to God's commandments. The name of Jehovah was greatly honored during the first part of Solomon's reign. Whose name was honored? Not Solomon's name, not David's name. It is God, Jehovah's name. Whose name do we glorify today? Whose name is honored today amongst us? Is it the name of Jehovah? Many people came to know about the true God, the source of wealth, power, and glory. One of the best portions recorded in the prayer of Solomon was the portion dedicated to the strangers. And that one of the best prayers recorded by any mortal. Moreover, concerning a foreigner who is not of your people Israel, but has come from a far country for your name's sake. Whose name's sake? Jehovah's name. For they will hear your great name and your strong hand and your outstretched arm. When he comes and prays towards this temple, here in heaven, your dwelling place, and do according to all for which the foreigner calls to you. All peoples of the earth may know your name and fear you. You know the story of Queen of Sheba. Jesus Christ himself says that. In the day of judgment, she will rise up and condemn the present generation. Because she traveled so far, maybe 9 months, maybe 8 months, maybe 7 months, maybe a year. But to reach Solomon, because she heard about a God whom Solomon serves. She asked him everything. And then she returns. Blessed be the Lord your God, who delighted in you. She gives all glory to the God of Solomon. How did such a wise man and great king fall? Here is the key. Key number 1. How did he fall? Raised to a pinnacle of greatness and surrounded with the gifts of fortunes,